More Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness leaks, and I, Evil Variant Josh, Supreme Josh, will now spoil not only that, but all of Marvel's Phase 4. Whoa there now, Evil Variant Josh. We can't do that. Kevin Feige would literally kill us both. So wait, we're not talking about these new leaks from Doctor Strange with Wanda and all that? Oh, no, we're totally gonna talk about that, of course. Oh, cool, let's do it then. What's up, everybody? It's Josh coming at you from Nerdvengers Tower, and yes, we have more wild leaked photographs apparently coming out for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Now, I do want to say that we are reporting this as rumor. We don't know for sure if these photographs are real or if any of the leaks that we've been hearing are real, but it really does seem like a lot of this stuff is lining up and tracking to indeed be real, and so we want to issue a spoiler warning. If you don't want to know anything about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, including what's going on with Wanda and Dark Wanda, then click on out of this video. But then again, why did you click it in the first place? Okay, so I cannot actually show you the photographs in this video, but you can find them on both Twitter and on Reddit, and I'll describe the photographs to you, and then I will talk about what they mean and how they line up with the leak that I've been hearing. So first off, you have a shot of Wanda fighting Professor X, Charles Xavier. It has Wanda on the left side of the photograph. It has Charles on the right. He is indeed in his crazy looking wheelchair, although he seems to be floating in the air, and he has the classic Charles Xavier pose where he's got one hand on his head and he's holding out another hand. And there's even some indication on this photo of the little waves that go out when he uses his psychic abilities. And then you have Wanda on the left side of the photograph, and she looks a little bit different. She seems to be wearing a white shirt. It almost looks like she's wearing blue jeans, and she has the WandaVision, red powers on her hands. And again, we don't know if this is real, but it lines up with leaks we've been hearing about for the past several weeks. It all started with a crazy tweet from Daniel Richtman where he was saying that there's going to be a fight in the Multiverse of Madness that will rival Doctor Strange fight versus Thanos as far as craziness. The magic in that fight was really freaking epic, and that started this whole sequence of events where some other insiders came out and said it's actually going to be Charles Xavier. Shout out to Big Screen Leaks, who reported that it's going to be Patrick Stewart's version of Professor X. And on a side note, it does appear that that will be the case, and a little piece of evidence came out about this where James McAvoy was recently sitting down with Collider, and he talked about Charles Xavier and his performance, and the answer he gave kind of indicated that he was done with the character. And again, we also know that Patrick Stewart met with Kevin Feige early 2020 or maybe late 2019. It's all starting to blur now. And regardless of all that, this lines up with the same look for Professor X from the leaked pre-viz shot that we talked about last week. This all seems to be either a very elaborate trick or authentic, and it's all coming from a VFX studio, maybe a hack, something similar to what happened with Spider-Man No Way Home. But yeah, we've got these pre-viz shots, and so that is the first photograph seemingly proving that crazy fight between Wanda and Doctor Strange, which I think is going to take place mostly in Wanda's mind, but that's yet to be determined. Are you going to tell them how Scarlet Witch snaps Charles' neck? Nah, are you crazy? That's way too spoilery. Oh yes, you're right, of course. Now, the other photograph is seemingly from the same scene, and it just shows Wanda. It's sort of a front-facing shot, and it's the same battle. She's wearing the same clothes, and we can more clearly see her look. And her look is very different. She has this white outfit on with, again, the blue jean kind of look, and she has darker hair that appears to be straight, as opposed to the sort of dirty blonde curly hair that we see her with in WandaVision. She also has a crazy crack scar across her face, which is very interesting.
Very interesting.
So what's going on with this new look for Wanda, and how is she fighting Charles Xavier exactly? Well, according to the leaks that I saw several weeks back, the explanation for this scene all has to do with America Chavez and Doctor Strange, and the fact that those two characters are going to escape using the powers that America Chavez has into a a separate universe or timeline. And it is in this separate universe and timeline that Charles Xavier exists. He is the leader of the Illuminati, and we've talked about that a lot, so you can go watch other videos where we dive into that. But when it comes to Wanda, this is actually the version of Wanda from that universe. This is a more or less good version of Wanda, and she's wearing the white and she's got the different hair, and I think it's even possible that she still has her children. And you might be like confused by that, like, what the heck? Well, then why is she fighting Charles if this is the good Wanda? Why does she have that crack on her face? What is going on here? Well, according to the leaks, Wanda cannot physically manifest herself in this timeline. That's why she's after America Chavez to use her powers. But instead, she can project her consciousness and sort of take over the body of the good Wanda from that universe. And that is what I think is happening in these shots. That is a good Wanda from the native universe where Charles Xavier is in charge of the Illuminati. And our Wanda, who will indeed be the dark evil Wanda, is going to infiltrate that Wanda and fight Professor X and probably the whole Illuminati in that universe, just taking over that Wanda's body. Now, the crack that's coming across that Wanda's face is likely to indicate that this is the evil Wanda taking over the good Wanda. And something we've talked about before, but is pretty important to bring up here, is this rumor that Wanda's image, what she looks like, and I'm talking about our Wanda, right? The one we were with in WandaVision. Her image is going to deteriorate and she's going to become more and more evil until the very end of the movie, where she's basically going to be so hideous, ugly, and horrifying that her own children will want nothing to do with her, even if she brings them back. That's supposed to be sort of a punch at the end of the film from what I have read. This mirrors the arc of Stephen Strange from What If? And we do know that Kevin Feige was very involved in that particular episode of What If, apparently being there beat by beat to explain what is happening with that character to that, team so that it comes across flawlessly. And that Doctor Strange is apparently also going to be in the Multiverse of Madness. And there's a lot of stuff we don't know. Like, how is all of this going to fit together? We're not quite sure. It's pretty bizarre. But this visual effect here and this leaked photograph, that's the explanation that I have for what you are seeing. Now, let's finish this video by talking about evil Wanda, because I know many of you out there still doubt this. You doubt Disney would do this. You doubt Lizzie Olsen would do this. You doubt this is going to be a thing. Well, I can tell you that to the best of my knowledge, this is absolutely going to be a thing for the movie, and our Wanda is going to basically go full Darth Vader and go all the way to the dark side. But I also want to say that it is possible that they water this down or change it. The film comes out in 6 months. They're obviously finishing the visual effects now, but they might take a look at the movie. They might say, okay, this is too dark. We need to pull back on some of this stuff. I don't think they're going to totally reverse their thing and like give her a redemptive ending or like make her a good person coming out of this movie. But it's possible that they will hold back some of the more crazy elements that they're currently working on for the film. And I'm really interested to see what they decide to do with this movie. I hope they keep it the way that it is currently, being established according to all of the leaks and the things that I've heard. I think this thing sounds amazing, and I love the idea of Wanda going really, really dark, because one of my biggest complaints about WandaVision was sort of the weird way that show ended. I did not think that she walked away from that movie being heroic at all, and I felt like she was super damaged and going still down a really dark path. And it looks like they're doing that with Wanda. It's crazy. This crack in the face is likely going to be just one of many changes to her image, one of the crazy Palpatine-like things where her body's just going to erode and get more and more grotesque as the film goes along. And I personally love it, but I want to know what you think about it. Do you think Disney's going to actually follow through on this? Do you think all the leaks and everything we're talking about are fake? Whatever your thoughts are about this, let me know in the comments section below. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to our channel to see more of this content pop up in your feed, and go check out our live streaming channel where we live stream all the freaking time. You can come over there, ask a question, hang out with the Nerd Vengers. It's always a good time. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.